and thank you for tuning in to the Tech Medic. If you are watching this video, pretty clear that you either have questions or you are interested in using the application LumaFusion. Just so we're clear, this video is not going to be a comprehensive guide, as that would probably take a little bit too much time. However, this video is going to include the basic foundation needed in order to begin editing on your mobile devices. So there are many reasons why LumaFusion is so amazing. Number one, it's the most obvious reason. All of the editing software is available for iOS, iPadOS. LumaFusion has the most features available and is actually the closest mobile software to a desktop class editing software such as Final Cut Pro. Some other reasons why LumaFusion is so awesome is that the input devices needed are only for your fingers. Of course, this is going to be a huge benefit when editing on the go, hence why it is for mobile devices. Some other features that are included are copyright-free music that you can get with story blocks and some other effects. The price when compared to desktop software is relatively cheap and only requires one purchase. So, okay, enough of that. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of what you actually came here to watch. So for this video, we're going to be editing a small clip that I recorded from Mortal Kombat, which by the way is an amazing game. I absolutely love playing Scorpion, he's my favorite character. Alright, now it's time for the fun stuff. So in order to begin the wonderful editing adventure, it's important to understand what you are looking at. So for a first-time user, the interface can be a little intimidating. The first time I ever used it, a search team was actually needed to come and rescue me. Just kidding. Anyway, as you can see, my view on the screen here, it's separated into three different sections. The section on the top left is where you can select your sources and other media to be imported for your edit. The section on the top right is the preview window and also where options for your editing appear when certain tools and clips are selected. And lastly, on the very bottom is the timeline, and this is where all your clips are kept and organized. So we clear as mud? Okay. It's actually not that difficult, and you're about ready to find that out. So, in order to begin, you have to create a project. And on the bottom of the screen, there is a plus button with a little square that surrounds it. So you're going to begin by tapping that button. And from there, you're going to have to title your project. So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and name it Test. And then you're going to select your frame rate. And as you can see, there are many different options. They range from 18 frames per second to 240 frames per second. And I usually use 60 frames per second. And after that, we have the frame aspect, and it has many options as well. So select your aspect ratio that best suits your needs. For this video, I'm going to go ahead and select the 16:9 landscape mode. And for color space, it's up to you as well. I usually select standard. However, if you have any HDR content that you need to edit and export, you can select that as well. And then you tap on done and select the plus icon on the top right of the selection window. So the first thing that you have to do is to begin is to select the button on the top left of the screen. This is where you want to select your media source, and then tap on that clip and drag it to the bottom of the screen, which is where your timeline is located. So as you can see, there is now a clip that you're able to see. If you tap on it and slide your finger, you can maneuver to wherever in that clip you need to be. If you pinch in on the clip, it'll shrink the view, and if you pinch out, it will also make the clip longer, and you are able to make more precise edits because you're actually able to see the clip based off of the frames. So if you look hard, when you move around on the clip, there is a thin vertical blue line. And this is the tool that you must use in order to make your edits. When you want to trim or split a clip, the blue line is utilized so that you can be precise with where you want the edit to occur. We're going to go ahead and trim the clip by deleting the very beginning of the recording and also the ending of the recording that we don't want to include in our final video. So you slide the clip where you want the trim to occur and select the tool on the very bottom of the screen. It looks like a pair of scissors. This creates another separate clip that you can make edits to without affecting the clip. And then in order to delete it, tap on it with your finger. When you do, there is a white box that surrounds it, which notifies the user that the clip has been selected. Tap on the trash can at the bottom of the screen when you're ready to delete it. Then you do the same process anywhere on the clip that you want to trim and delete. So next I'm going to show you how to include a title. This can occur anywhere on the clip. So you need to tap on the source icon again and select titles. Then you need to select the title that suits your needs. For this video, I'm going to go ahead and use the plain white title. So you need to drag it where you need it on the video. The amount of time that you want it to appear in the video can be extended or reduced if you tap and hold on the end of the new clip and slide it either left or right. So in order to insert the actual text that you want, you need to double tap on the title clip, which will bring up the preview window where you can make even further edits. You double tap the text, and from this view, you can type what you want to include in your title. Welcome to the video is what I'll type for this example. You can make even further edits by utilizing the right side of the screen. For example, you can increase or decrease the opacity and size if you want, or change where it appears on the screen by changing the axis locations. You can even make some changes by rotating the text. So to change how the title appears, navigate to the bottom of the screen and select this icon. Then you can slide down and change whatever you would like to change. Alright, now we're moving along. With any video, it is extremely important to be considerate of your viewers. You don't want to permanently damage their ability to hear, so it's imperative that we make adjustments to the volume if needed. So, in order to accomplish this, you need to hit the icon to take you back to the timeline. You need to double tap on that icon that looks like an audio indicator and navigate to the screen. On the right side of the screen, you make adjustments to the volume of the audio by sliding this. And you can make any other adjustments to the volume of any other audio clip by repeating that process. If you want to include music in your video, it's important to be cognizant about copyright laws as well, especially if the intention is to post it on social media such as like YouTube. For personal use, it doesn't really matter. If you already have the music downloaded on your device, just select the source button again and tap on the music. Tap and drag the music below your clip, and from there you can repeat the process again to adjust the volume. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about color adjustments and correction to the video. In order to make some adjustments or use a color preset, double tap on the clip. And from there, you're going to go to the bottom of the screen and tap the Effects color icon. On the right side is the color presets. Select what you would like to preview or include in your video. There are other adjustments to color that can be made at the very top of the screen on the right. Not only are they like color corrections, but they're also special effects. They have some effects that include effects like X-rays, for example. So some adjustments can be made to the speed of your video or clip that you would like to alter. So you need to create the section of the clip that you want to alter by using the scissors icon. You double tap on the clip and navigate to the bottom of the screen and tap on the icon that looks like a speedometer. And from this screen, you can make the video in slow motion. I'll go and show you this example real quick. If you have music or audio in the video, you have the option to slow down the audio as well in addition to the video. Just make sure that you select the toggle to maintain audio pitch if that is what you want to do. Another common addition to any video is the insertion of picture-in-picture. In order to accomplish this, go back to your sources and select the picture that you need to include. Tap it and then drag it to the top of the clip that you would like it for it to appear. After this, alter the length of time that you want the picture to be in clip by tapping, holding, and dragging at the very end. So I bet you can't guess how to make the edit for the clip to become picture-in-picture. I'll give you one guess. That's right, great job. Just like you were about to say, double tap the picture on the timeline. From this window, you can make the necessary edits. You can either utilize the right side of the screen in order to increase or decrease the size and position, or just tap and drag on the picture in the preview window to make it what you want. Some other effects can be made in the picture, such as having it slowly appear or fade in and out of the video utilizing keyframes. However, that's something I'm going to have to include in another video. I'm not going to be able to do it in this one. Like I said, this is just a for beginners type video. Alright, congratulations, you are now finished with your edits. The last thing that you need to do is export your video, and this is pretty easy to do. So on the bottom of the screen, tap on the iconic Apple share button. From there, you're going to select movie, and from here you can select the destination. Next, you need to change what setting that you would like in regards to the quality. But remember, the higher the quality, the more storage that the video will take up on your device. When you're ready, navigate to the top right of the screen and again tap the share button. Congrats, we did it. You finally made your final product. You are ready to share your video. It's important to remember to keep the application open until the export is concluded, or else you will have to start all over again. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and if you have the time, please like, comment, and subscribe if you've learned something from this video, and if you want more videos like it. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.